Hello everyone and welcome to this new tutorial of Flamingo TV. Today we are going to see how to shoot bullets within the game ship. So this is the second tutorial. First of all, I really wanted to show you something that I have discovered today, which is a really nice music. So let's listen a little bit of it because it's really cool. Let's listen a bit of it. It is really cool. I love it. Oh my god. So you should go and check out. Feel like partying at home. Well, cool. Okay, enough of fun. Let's start the serious part of this tutorial. So we are going to see how to shoot bullets. So to shoot bullet, we're gonna need to create script file of bullet containing the bullet class, and then we're gonna create multiple bullets in the sim tab. This will explain you why multiple bullets, and then we're gonna create material for this bullet and using signed distance field to make the bullet. And we're gonna add blink action because we're gonna shoot bullet using our eyes when we blink. I will explain you how to use the bullets and how to shoot. Okay, we're gonna start from the last tutorial number 1. The link is in the description below. Also, everything that you need for this tutorial will be in the description below, and also the source file. So this is the script we have made for the first tutorial, so the first version of the tutorial. Let me grab this here. Yeah, okay. So let's create the script for the bullet class. So script, yeah, call it bullet.js. Just clean this here, and here. I don't need this. Okay, it's just comments. Diagnostic, I'm renaming this way, like that, it's faster to write. Okay, so actually what we need is we're gonna shoot bullets from our ship. The ship is appearing when I tap on the screen here. You can see now the ship is here. We're gonna shoot bullets when we blink our eyes. So each bullets are gonna be an object. So I'm gonna shoot every one object when I'm blinking my eyes. So what it's doing is I'm getting the position of the ship, and then once I blink, I send an animation of the bullet that goes from the actual position of the ship to the top of the screen and disappear here. And then when it stops, I hide the bullet, and then the bullet go back into my loader, and then I can shoot again. I cannot create bullets in the runtime, so I need to create each bullet at the beginning of the project. So I will create 20 planes. So each planes are going to be my bullets, and then when I blink my eyes, I'm shooting the first plane, and then the second plane, and then etc. until the last plane. And then when I'm at the last plane, I come back and I shoot the first one. Because the time I goes to the last bullet, the first bullet animation will be reset, so I can shoot the first one again. Okay, so what it's doing is I'm shooting the first bullet from the position of the ship, and then second bullet actually from the position of the ship, and each time I'm shooting, I'm actually starting an animation that send the bullets from the Y position, which is the same Y position of the ship, to a position upper, which will be above the size of the screen, so it will disappear in the space. Okay, and then when the animation is over, I'm resetting everything so I can send this bullet again. Okay, but actually, so I'm creating a loader of 20 bullets. If I had only one bullet, each time I blink, it should shoot this bullet, but if I blink again, it will stop the bullet in the middle of the screen and then shoot the same bullet. So that's why I'm creating 20 bullets to have a loader and shoot as many bullets as I need. So maybe, and then I will explain to you later the way I am doing this and the way I am coding this. So first we need to create the bullet object. Okay, the bullet object, which is a class in JavaScript, a bullet class. Okay, so we're gonna export this bullet. So we use the keyword export because I'm gonna use this code in this file into the script, the main script here. So we're gonna import it as we are importing the ship. Okay, so export the class called bullet, and then a class as a constructor, and then the class is shooting. Okay, for now we can maybe put this way. So what does a bullet need? A bullet, so it's an object. The object is linked to a plane, which is the actual bullet. The bullet is inside the plane. So it needs a plane of the bullets. It also needs coordinate of the ship. So we're gonna pass it the coordinate of the ship here. Also, we need the size of the screen, so we can send from the position of the ship the bullets to the top size of the screen. So it will go through all through the ship. Okay, so the size, which is should be called maybe height. Okay, so we're gonna give this data to our bullet. We gonna call this parent, maybe this is a ship parent. Yeah. We don't need to send the height actually here. Height will be sent. It's better that we send the height only to when we shoot. Okay, we don't need it now. Yeah, what we need here actually is the size of the bullet, the size of the plane. We're gonna set it from here. Okay, so the plane we can set also the size here at the same time. Plane we can access to its transform properties and scale the x, y, and z values here. Y and z, which are equal, which is plane is a square, so everything should be equal to this. Z we don't need to set it. For each bullet, when we don't see the bullet, when the bullet has gone all the way through the screen, we hide the bullet. So first, since the bullet is not displayed on the screen, since the bullet is not shot, we hide it. Okay, so this plane, so to hide the plane, we can access to the properties called hidden, and we can set it to true, because it is actually hidden. And we will show it when we shoot. So somewhere inside the shoot method, we are going to print this here. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, so yeah, we need this plane, we need to scale it, we need to hide it, show it, we need the parent here. Also, we need a time driver, okay, which is null at the beginning because there is no time driver, and we need also the configuration of this time driver. Okay, for the configuration, what we need is to know how to configure. So let's go inside the Spark AR documentation, because I don't know it by heart. So yeah, here is the configuration. So actually, so we need duration, loop count, and mirror if it's true or false. So let's set it. Actually, we don't need to be mirrored, so it be false. The count is only 1. And the duration, I think this is fine. Okay, let's keep it that way. We'll see if we want to change it here. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's everything we need. So what we're gonna do to shoot. So like I said, when we shoot, create an animation. So the bullet will come from the position of the ship and go all the way up to the end of the screen. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's create an animation first. So this dot time driver is equal to an animation time driver actually. So we need to require animation. We don't need scene here. So we require animation. I will call it A. Require animation module. Animation. Okay. So A dot time driver it is taking a time driver configuration. Okay, then we need different things. We need linear sampler because we're gonna go through a linear direction. So we can call this linear animation. So this, okay, this is animation samples something. Let me have a look to the documentation. So yeah, it's here, animation samples. We're gonna use linear, and then we're gonna animate it, and then okay, great. So let's copy and paste this line, for example, here. Yeah, so animation samples. It's not ease, but it's just linear, and linear goes from 0 to 1. Okay, and then we can send this to the animation driver, no, to the translation, yeah, to the animation actually. So we are sending here our animation. So let's call it translation. Yeah, so we go from we need our time driver here, and then we need our linear here, animation. Okay, and then what we could do, because we only want to move the y-axis of the plane, because we go from bottom to top, so it's only y. We are not going to move the x-axis, and we are going to take the x-axis from the plane, from the ship, which is here. So we're gonna take the position of the ship and just move the y position to move the bullets from the top, from the bottom to the top. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's take the plane of our plane, which is the plane of our bullet, which is actually our bullet object. We transform the x position. We transform all the position actually y, and also z. So x and d will take the position of the parent, take x position, and z position. Okay, yeah, here, and then it will actually, we cannot do this because this will be the reactive value, because we are in reactive mode. So which means that if I do this, when the ship is going to move, the bullet is also going to move. Okay, so we need to use the last value, the pin last value. Okay, so this will take the last value when we are calling this line. So it will stop at this value. So meaning the ship is x1, it will take x1 and set our plane position to 1. Okay, same for z value and x value. Okay, for the y value it's different. Okay, because the y value we want it to move. So actually we need to find the y position of the ship, the actual position, and then add it to go to the height of the screen. So we go through all the screen. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's find the actual position of the ship. We can call like initial y. Okay, so we find the parent, transform y position. Then we add, actually we need to add the value, because if I take the y position, it will be at the middle of the plane of the ship, but we want the bullet to be shot from the tip of the ship. Okay, so as I know, because I've already done this, it's 50 here, but you can maybe, if you change the scale or if you change the position or anything of in your project compared to the tutorial, this value might change for you. Okay, but this is actually for me the value that I need to add to have the bullet shot from the tip of the ship and not from the center of the ship. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the last value. So this is the initial position of our bullets, the Y initial position, which is the position of the ship. But I want this position to go through the ship to the top of the screen, okay? So how do I do this? I'm using my linear sampler, which goes from 0 to 1, which is actually goes from a start position to an end position. But 0 and 1, if I use this, my bullets will not move because 0 and 1 is so small, okay? So I need to use a method which is in the reactive module called toRange. So I choose 0, 1 range, and I'm modifying it from the initial position, which is equal to 0, to 1, which is the height of the screen. So when the sampler will go from 0 to 1, it will, with toRange module, my actual position will go to initial position to end position, which is the height of the screen, okay? So how do I do this? Let me first call my reactive module. So I will call it R, because like I said, it's shorter. So it will be our translated range, okay? So here, reactive, we use toRange functions. toRange functions will take 3 arguments, okay? The first argument is the linear sampler, which is 0, 1, a reactive scalar value, and then take the initial position, which is our initial Y, and take an end position, and our end position is the height, okay? So here we use our linear animation here. Okay, so translated range will go from initial Y to height, okay, and so we'll go through all the screen, okay, and then we set this value to our Y position, and then now we need to show also the plane for hidden false, and then we need to start the position. So this dot time driver it starts here something, yeah. So we start the position. Also, we need to do something, because when the animation is over, I want to hide my plane, and I just want to hide my plane actually. I don't think I need to reset the position, okay? So how do I do this? So this dot time driver, I can subscribe to a method called onCompleted, which is fired when the animation is complete. So when it's complete, I hide the plane. Okay, cool. Also, what I can do is I can set my time driver to null. Yeah, okay. Okay, so so now we have an animation. So let's try to see if this animation works. So we're gonna add the different plane correspond to my loader of bullets, and then I will show you how I will explain you how this system works here. So let's add everything. So it is our player canvas. We can add our loader canvas here, and also I want to add, even if I don't need to add 3 canvas actually, just for readability here, my board. Okay. So our loader, we're gonna add a plane here. Okay, actually this is our bullet 0. So like I said, if I shoot 1 bullet, I blink several times, like in 1500 milliseconds, I'm blinking a lot of times. So if I do this every time I'm blinking, if 1 bullet, I will reset the bullet and the position of the bullet. So I need more bullets, I need a loader of bullets to be able to shoot the first bullet, the second, the third, and then etc. And then when I'm at the last bullet, I'm going back to the first, because the animation for the first will be over, okay? So I'm gonna add 20 bullets, okay? Maybe 20 is too much, but anyway. I'm just copy pasting here everything. So 14, 15, 16, 19. So here I have 20 bullets from 0 to 19. Okay. What I can do is like, okay, I know it's get a little bit like messy here, but we don't care because I'm just setting this to allow you to be able to see again my camera. But I will set all the scale with the constructor of the bullet, so I don't need to set them by hand here. Okay, so I have created 20 bullets, and then that's over. Everything of the rest will be done by scripting. So no need to like add 20 position in my script and etc. Okay. Okay, so for these bullets, we can give them a material. We need only one material for every bullet, so we can call this like bullet material, like bullet mat. Yeah. We set it to flat here. Okay. Set all the bullets to the same material because we need only one. Okay. So if I do this here, yeah, I can give them the bullet material. Okay. And then for this material, what I want to do is I want to use the SDF to create a kind of bullet on the like a kind of a red and squared, rounded kind of laser thing. So to do this, we're gonna use signed distance field. First, let's start now with the ellipse. Yeah, I think it's okay to do this way. We will add a smooth step. So we can do something a little bit cooler, and then we're gonna mix it with colors. So we're gonna have like red, a laser circled with a bit of black color, so it will look a bit cooler. So here, let's put it some red color here, and then some black color here. Okay. Here, and then what I can do, because this is like really small, let's make it here so we can see it. Okay. So maybe the size here is a little bit too much, so we're gonna let's make this here, and then the size. Okay, this is kind of big already, and then position is 0. So yeah, it's 0.5. It's still 0.5 here, but then the Y position we move it to 4, and then to here. But then the max age is a little bit too much. So here, and then I need to swipe the colors because I did it wrong. Here, okay, and also what I'm gonna do is set the opacity to 0. Okay, let's make it like this way, and then no, that's not what I wanted to do. It's like 0.5, 0. H max, let's do something like 4 or 5, I don't know, and make it like really smaller, and then no, let's do it this way. Let's 0.5, 0.5. Yeah, it should work. Okay, that's the edge I needed to change. So here we have our laser. Maybe it's a little bit. Yeah, this looks cooler. Let me keep it smaller. Okay, let's change it to this. No, this is too much. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this looks cool enough, I guess, to be like a bullet or something. Maybe it's a little bit too big, but anyway, we will change the size using the script. So that's our bullet really looks like this. Let's make it disappear, don't care. Okay, so now that I have all my bullets that are set on my scene, I don't need to touch my scene anymore. And then also here we have kind of like a texture here. Okay, then let's go back to scripting. So this is our script, okay? The main script, the script that is coding everything. So in this script, we need to call and to import also, like we imported the ship in the first tutorial, we need to import the bullets now, okay? So import bullet, sorry, here, bullet from our JS file called bullet.js, okay? So here I have my file. Sorry, here I have my file. Okay, so also what I need, I'm in the script so I can do it now. And I have my face here. So I'm using also blink because the blink is the action that is going to shoot the bullet. So there's a face here. Let's use the face link to blink, and then we're gonna send blink to the script like we did for screen tap, okay? And so we send a pulse value that I will be calling blinked here, and we just send this to the script, okay? So now I'm gonna get it also inside the script. So let's go back in our not ship file but script file, okay? So this is the scene. We can do a little bit this for readability. Scene objects, objects, yeah. And then here is patch outputs because it's outputs from the patch, okay? So I got the screen tap here, but I want also when I blink, so blinked here, okay? And then also what I want is to find all my plane that correspond to my bullet. So it's find by path, I guess, if I write, because sometimes I just forget how it calls. Yeah, find by path, okay. So how does find by path work in the script? Because some of you may struggle to understand how it works. So if I do this, stars, I get the scene object, okay. If I do double stars, I go like deeper into the hierarchy, and then I go every object of my scene, okay. And I want my object to are the objects that start with the name bullet, and then after I get, and then if I put stars, it means start with the word bullet, and then everything that comes after bullet. So bullet 0, 1, 2, they will all be taken, okay? And it will return me an array of all my bullets plane, okay? So now what I need to do is I need to instantiate all my bullet class that will be controlling the bullet plane and link to the parent and create the animation of the bullet, okay? So how do I do this? I know that this is returning me an array, so I need to read this array and go through this array, okay? First, let me change, because result of 0, it's still the ship, okay? But here, everything has changed. So this was for the tap in the first tutorial. So tap is now number 2, 0, 1, and then 2, and then blinked is 3, okay? I don't need blink yet. So okay, let's instantiate all my bullets. Okay, so I need results of 1, which is all my bullet, and then I use for each method to iterate in each on each bullet. Okay. So what do we need to do? Actually, we need to create a new bullet. Okay. But each bullet that I'm creating it, I'm gonna add them inside my loader. Okay. So I need also to create a loader. So my loader, I will create it as a global variable, okay, which we're gonna call global game variable. Okay, so it's, I don't think I can make a const because I'm gonna modify it. So it's my loader, okay, which is an array. Also, I will need to go through this array, so I will create a variable called next bullet, which will be the number of the next bullet I can shoot. okay, which is currently the bullet 0. Okay, I think that's everything I need for now. So let's add a bullet inside my loader. So my loader is an array. If I want to add a bullet in my array, something in my array, I need to push it inside the array, okay? So what I'm gonna push is actually a new object, a new bullet, okay? New bullet. So now I need to remember what does this new bullet takes in argument, okay? Maybe a little bit bigger, okay? So my bullets take a plane, ship parent, and size, okay? So plane is actually the bullet, because we just got it from the scene. We just got the bullet from the scene here. The ship parent, which is actually my ship, and the size. Size is the height of the screen, okay? So how do I get the height of the screen? I have created the board canvas here on the left on my scene, which is actually, I just made it for readability because I could have used ship to get the size. So let's get the board. And so why does this contain the size of the screen? Because if I go inside board on the right, the size is full screen, okay? So you will always get the full size of the screen. So if I want to get the size of the screen, it's easy to do it that way, to get it from a canvas, okay? So here. So here, I also, if I add it from here, now this one is 0 and now ship is 1. So I need to upgrade everything here. 1, now this one is 2. And this one is 3, okay, and then the blinked will be 4. Okay, anyway, so let's get our board. Board is result of 0, okay, and if I want my height, is result of 0 dot height, and then I do something like this to get it, I think. Okay. Then I get my height. And then I don't need to call, like, let's make this clearer. And then I'm calling board here. Board.height.pin last value. Okay. So now I got my height. And then I can pass the size. Okay. Sorry. This is actually not the... So this is the height, but I didn't need the height here. Actually, I need the size of the bullet. Okay. So the size of the bullet, we could like just pass a size here, but I think it's cleaner like to create maybe a global, so people that use your code can easily change it by just changing this value. So by changing this value, you will be able to change the size of the bullets, okay? So we can call this bullet size, which is equal to 500. Let's use 500. And then bullet size, okay. We are going to need the height anyway, a little bit later, okay? Because we're gonna pass the height to the shoot function here. If we go to shoot function, it takes the height, okay? So, okay, let's save this. And then loader, we go through all the bullets, and then what we could do also, no, it's okay. Okay, so we get all the bullets. Now let's see what happened. Normally, just nothing is going to happen, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot a bullet each time I'm blinking. So I need to get blink to subscribe to the blink value from, so the blink patch, pulse value, excuse me, from the script. Okay, so here create a callback function. So each time we blink, I want to get the current bullet in my loader, the first bullet to shoot in my loader. So my loader is here, we can call loader, and then the next bullet to shoot, okay, and then we shoot it, okay, because we have stored in loader, we have stored bullets, okay, we have stored our 20 bullets here, and then if we want to shoot, we need to access to the bullet to shoot and then shoot, okay. But then when we have shot, we need to increase the next bullet, okay, to shoot because the first time we shoot the bullet 0, and then we shoot the bullet 1, 2, 3, and then when we get to the bullet 20, we go back to the first bullet, and then we shoot them again, okay? So next bullet, plus plus, okay? We increment the bullet of 1 each time we shoot. Each time we blink, we increment this value from 1, and then we go to next bullet to shoot, okay? And then let's make a condition that if next bullet is greater than 19, then next bullet is equal to 0, and then we go back to the first bullet, okay? So let's try this and see what is happening. Okay, so let's restart. So the ship is coming and then shooting, but okay, so there is an error. Bullets line, so it's line 19 in bullet.js, okay? So bullet.js line 19. Let's log this parent. Okay. And then shoot. So okay, the plane is existing. Okay, so actually my parent is a class ship, so actually this class does not have any transform in it, okay? But this class, which is a parent, has like this class bullet has a plane in it, okay? Because the same system, each class of each object contains an a plane. So I need to do this plane, okay? Plane here, and then plane here to get transform. So this is like should work. Let's clear this, and then so there is another something wrong. So it's line 21. Let's go to line 21. Okay. Oh, maybe here also I forget to shoot, and then in the shoot method I need to pass the height, okay? So our height is here. Then reset and see if I have corrected my mistakes. Okay, still not shooting, so something's wrong. Line 21. So the message error saying wrong object reference. Okay. So to range, okay. Reactive is here. Line error A, okay. Initial Y, and then we go to height. So let's print everything and see what is wrong. Okay, so initial is initial, okay. And then we can print also height, which is our height, and then we can also print linear sampler. We don't print the linear sampler. Okay, let's see. So initial is like minus 950. Yeah, anyway, it should work. So now it's like 25. Okay, yeah. Let's print also our linear A here. Okay, let's clear because I don't like when I don't see anything here. Yeah. So let's blink now and see. Okay. Wrong object reference. Expected native object reference. Okay. So actually, what we do wrong is that linear as a different is not actually what from range is looking to range is looking for. Is looking for this value, which are different. Okay, not the same type. Yeah, and also I'm renaming it because that's not the way it should be spelled. Okay, So now let's shoot and see what happens. Okay, so now we can shoot bullets here. So if you think that the bullets are, yeah, here maybe the bullets are a little bit small, but anyway. So actually we see the bullet coming from downstairs, but they are coming from the tip of the ship, because when the ship is destroyed, it goes down to -1000, so I don't see it, okay. That's the way we did the first step of the game. So now actually we are shooting bullets. Okay, great. The bullets are shooting a little bit all the time. Actually, when we will add in the next tutorial the game manager, we will block this, we will prevent this from happening. Also in the next tutorial we are going to see how to add enemies and how to spawn enemies, and then after we see the collision, adding the game manager, and then that will be it. So thank you guys for being with me during this tutorial, and then let's have a little bit more fun before we leave, listening to this song. Yeah, they're not sponsoring me, I'm just because I find this so cool, so if you want to enjoy it also. Have a great day guys, and then don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I hope this will help you to go further with Spark AR, and if you need anything or like new tutorials that you want me to show you or anything, just ask in the comment below. Bye bye guys, see you.